Was The Bad Guys too boring to watch? Was there really a need for another movie about these guys? If you're still wondering whether you should watch it or not, relax, because in today's video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know without spoilers, so you can decide whether to head to the theaters for The Bad Guys 2. By the end of this video, you'll have your decision, I guarantee it. So let's go. Welcome to Cine Lovers, and let's talk about another DreamWorks film. And DreamWorks really came in strong this time. First of all, it's worth mentioning that the Bad Guys franchise is based on a book series written by Aaron Blabey. There are currently 12 books. If you want the complete collection, I'll leave a link for each one in the description and pinned comment of this video. Now, in this sequel, the now good bad guys end up getting unintentionally involved with a group of bad girls, and they're forced to help them with a heist. And that creates a huge mess, because they're literally obligated to pull off the robbery or something happens that I won't reveal to avoid spoilers. But they really have no way out. I personally loved the first film. It surprised me a lot. It was a revolutionary step for DreamWorks, with a fresh and interesting approach and a unique design. Now, The Bad Guys 2 is on another level. It's surprisingly amazing. This movie actually managed to be better than the first one. The visuals are next level, and the story and script are tight, with no plot holes, balancing suspense, comedy, and action perfectly, without overdoing it. Thank you, DreamWorks, because sometimes studios overdo it, throwing in comedy that isn't funny at all, turning the whole film into one big comic relief. But not here. The Bad Guys 2 nails the timing. For those who have read the second book, you'll have a good idea of what to expect in this sequel. But for those who haven't, you'll be very surprised. In fact, whether you've read it or not, you'll be amazed by the visuals. They're even better than in the first movie, which was already great. And like I said, the story and script are so perfect that I was glued to the screen from start to finish. No exaggeration. Every scene grabbed my attention, and I kept thinking, how are they going to get out of this one? Because they get into trouble several times. And every time it happens, I keep thinking, how is Wolf, the leader of the group who always comes up with the plans, going to figure something out this time to get them out of this mess? Or what is the group going to do to get away this time? Things keep tightening up. At the beginning, getting out of trouble is a bit easier, but as the movie goes on, things get worse for the bad guys. Escaping these situations becomes more and more challenging, and that's what's so cool. You keep wondering, how will Wolf come up with a plan this time? What will the bad guys do now? The whole movie is pure adrenaline, 100%. There aren't any filler scenes, just to give the audience a breather. For me, that's a huge positive, because in the case of the bad guys, it works perfectly. You're constantly in that anticipation of what's coming next. Like, they solved one part of the story, now what's going to happen? There's still so much movie left, so what's coming next? And some things from the beginning of the film stay unresolved, or they wrap up but then get brought back later. It's a spectacle. I also want to highlight the opening scene of The Bad Guys 2, which is amazing. It's like a mix of Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible, and James Bond. And we don't really get that in animation. This mix of great cinema classics. And honestly, that's genius. We just don't see that anywhere else. The Bad Guys delivers exactly that, because that's what the franchise is. And it even sets up a hook for the third movie, which DreamWorks is already in talks to make. It's not official yet, but they really want it, and they're discussing closing the trilogy. And the way this movie ends is very Mission Impossible. If you've seen all the Mission Impossible films, you'll know what I mean. I really wanted to give that spoiler, but I won't here. I actually talked about it in a shorts video. The movie ends in a way that connects directly to the third film. Don't forget, if you want the books, the links are in the description and the pinned comment. What happens at the end of this second movie to set up the third is something I didn't see coming. I haven't read the book yet, so I wasn't expecting it. I was very surprised and even more excited. Like, I left the theater wanting The Bad Guys 3. Some characters from the first movie and some supporting ones who appeared in the first are back in this sequel, not just one. And their characters here to stay, okay? They're not just those special cameos. They have a narrative, a story to be told in this sequel. In fact, these supporting characters became even more interesting and better developed in this second film. The movie is already playing in theaters, and it's worth it. Go watch it in theaters, especially if you watched the first one, because it's different. I could spend hours talking to you about it, but you need to watch it to see for yourself and then come back here and tell me in the comments what you thought about this movie. If you agree with me, if you disagree, I want to know your opinion, okay? Well, while I go read my The Bad Guys 1 book, you know what you can do. You can click on one of these videos here on the screen, because later this year we'll have Zootopia 2, and a lot of things are going to happen. Things you might not have noticed in the trailer, and I made a full breakdown for you, theorizing several things here. Thank you so much for watching until the end, and see you in the next video here on Cine Lovers.